All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dowell. Listen, I want to talk to you from my own experience of counseling and dealing with people over 25 years, concerning thoughts and suicide. Thoughts and suicide. The majority of the people who have become suicide victims at one point in their life, they were very successful or they were doing things right. And then all of a sudden, some turn of events took place. And it caused a distraction or a tragedy in their life. Whatever it was, there was something that took place in their life that caused a shift, that moved them off center. And pretty devastating too many times, more often than not. And in every single case, now I'm speaking from my own experience in the ministry here, every person who has ever contemplated suicide all of a sudden had negative thoughts of death whispered into the spirit of their mind. Literally whispered. As a matter of fact, the communication became so easy to understand that the thoughts actually become a reality to them. It was suggestions submitted to their mind. You ought to end it all. And then the thoughts went on to progress to how you're going to be viewed in the public view, in the public image. And each and every single time, I talk to people and let them know that, there was a time and point in your life that these thoughts wasn't even a part of the process. They weren't even part of your life. And now all of a sudden, they are submitted to your mind based on a tragedy or a change or a shift that is taking place in your life. And what happens is anytime you start to listen to those thoughts that are trying to register in your mind, those thoughts are hoping that you become one with them. You give them an ear rather than you becoming proactive in the spirit of your mind and actually casting them down, paying no attention to them, or either just replacing them with something positive. Whether we like it, comprehend, or understand it or not. And I am a very powerful, viable deliverance minister. I do it all the time. And I teach people the same thing. There's unseen voices. There's entities that are taking place in this world without force or breath or strength that influence almost every single aspect of our life. That's the reason why you need to learn how to pay attention to every single thought that goes into your mind. Let me give you a little test here. Get your manila pad, a legal pad, and try to still and quiet yourself for about 5 minutes. And during that 5 minutes, kind of close your eyes, kind of meditate there a little bit. But this is what I want you to do. I want you to pay attention. Pay attention of all the things that go through your mind. Write it down. If it's one thing, two things, three things, four things, or whatever it is. Write it down. Write it down. And then after you write those things down, I'm dealing with a mosquito here. After you write those things down, what you do is you start to go over every single one of those things. And then see, what were the intent of those particular thoughts right there? What were they trying to lead you to? What was the purpose behind them? What was the drive? What was the determination? Which way were they trying to lead you? Which way were they trying to guide you? I've had people, lawyers, doctors, professionals, all of them contact me and counsel with me. Some, very few, because of their profession, mostly attorneys or lawyers, they decided to actually end it all after a couple of years because they wouldn't follow through with my counsel. A lot of people did follow through with my counsel, and they have been successful ever since. You see, anytime there's a tragedy or something that goes on in your life, all of a sudden voices that you have never ever been familiar with, all of a sudden they show up. And they start spitting negative stuff into your mind, hoping that you would agree with them. And when you agree with them, you give them power. And when you give those thoughts power, they continue to keep on and on and on till all the suggestions is nothing but about that one thing and that one thing alone. It's trying to destroy you. It's trying to eliminate you. It's trying to kill you. But there's one thing about it, though. Think about this. The thoughts in itself can eliminate you. They're trying to get you to do something physically to yourself, to do some type of harm, to so-called end it all, because they can't do it themselves, whatever the thoughts are. You know, a lot of people say, I hear voices in my head. Almost everybody on this earth does. It's just some people acknowledge, some don't. But the truth is, there is something going on outside of the natural realm. There's something that's going on without force, breath, or strength. But just do that little test that I suggested to you and see if what I'm saying is so. You're going to find out. I've been a great friend to you. But don't allow anything to enter into your mind that will alter your conscience, that will cause you, no matter what your feelings and no matter what your emotions to say, to try to get you to end the one life that you have. It's about comprehension. It's about understanding exactly what's going on. It's the warfare that we're all faced with. I believe you're stronger than the thoughts. I really, truly do. But you must become proactive and understand that those thoughts are not your voice. They want you to believe that they're your voice, but it's really, truly not you. And you're not as down as they think they are. Even life situations and circumstances do not allow you to become that low. Again, some type of communication, some type of exchange of flow of information from you and those thoughts right there, they're trying to sway and persuade you to do something negative, something very harmful, in order for you to end it all. And you know what? For those who have submitted to such things, peer pressure or whatever it is, circumstances, caring too much about what people say or think, they have ended all. When they're gone, guess what? These thoughts go to another person and seek to do the same thing. Don't allow yourself to be controlled by something that you cannot see. Become proactive in your mind. And at least once a month, set yourself aside. Get at a table or something. Get that manila pad, write down all the thoughts that come to your mind. And here's the solution. Deal with each and every last one of them. Deal with them. If it's truthful, deal with it. If it's false, deal with it. Either way it comes, no matter what you do, make sure you overcome. Y'all have a wonderful day. The King coming.